So what's the single most important tool in your entire financial toolkit? I'll give you a hint. It's not some hot stock tip or a fancy new app. It's your safety net. In the next few minutes, we're going to build that foundation together, starting with your very first dollar and ending with what financial freedom really means. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let me ask you something straight up. Just think about it for a second. Your car's tire blows out, the vet has some bad news, your fridge suddenly dies. Could you handle a $400 hit right now, today, without whipping out a credit card or asking someone for a loan? If you hesitated, you are so not alone. The Federal Reserve found that a huge number, 40% of Americans, couldn't. And look, this isn't about being bad with money. It's about how close so many of us are living to the financial edge. It's why building that buffer, that cushion, is so incredibly urgent. So here's our game plan to get you from that feeling of financial stress to real security. First, we're going to build what I call your financial airbag. Then I'll give you a 30-day mission to get your savings going fast. After that, we'll get into the mindset you need to make it stick, see what happens after that first $1,000, and finally, we'll dive into the big debate on what financial freedom actually is. All right, first up, the financial airbag. This is all about understanding your most critical, your absolute first line of defense against all the unexpected curveballs life loves to throw at us. Yeah, it's like a real airbag. You hope you never ever need it, but you're so glad it's there when something goes wrong, because it cushions the blow. This isn't just random money in your bank account. It is a dedicated fund that stands between a surprise bill and a full-blown financial crisis. It's what keeps one bad day from wrecking your long-term plans. Okay, so this is a super crucial point, knowing what this fund is actually for. A real emergency is something you did not see coming, like your car suddenly refusing to start. It is not for stuff that's infrequent but totally predictable, like your yearly car registration or holiday shopping. Those are things you can and you absolutely should budget for separately. Getting this distinction right is the key to protecting your safety net. All right, enough theory, let's get our hands dirty. This is your 30-day mission. I'm talking fast-track strategies you can use to build that starter fund, like starting today. This slide basically lays out the whole playbook. 7 really powerful moves. We're going to focus on a couple of my favorites, like the power of selling stuff you already own and the crazy impact of a no-spend challenge. But honestly, the most important steps here are number 1, get a separate account to make it real, and number 7, automate it. That's how you make saving effortless and build real momentum. Now, you might be thinking this will take forever, but check this out. Take John, a graphic designer who got slammed with a surprise car repair bill. He just looked around his house for stuff he wasn't using anymore and boom, pulled together over $500 in a single weekend. And this isn't some miracle story. It's a totally achievable way to jumpstart your fund right now. And you probably have way more cash just lying around your home than you think. You know, old laptops, that kitchen gadget you used once, the workout gear that's now just a clothes hanger, all of that has real value. Seriously, one weekend of decluttering can literally become the foundation of your entire financial security. Another really powerful tactic is the 30-day no-spend challenge. Now, this doesn't mean you spend $0. Of course not. You've still got to cover your needs, rent, groceries, all that stuff. The whole focus is just pausing the wants for 1 month. Just think about it. If you can temporarily redirect that want slice of your budget straight into savings, you can make some massive progress fast. But here's the real magic of it. The point isn't to deprive yourself forever. It's to build awareness. For 30 days, you become super conscious of the difference between what you need and what you just want. And that's a mental muscle that's going to serve you for years, long after the challenge is over. You know, that idea of awareness is the perfect lead into our next section, mastering your money mindset. Because let's be real, tactics will get you started, but it's your mindset that keeps you in the game for the long haul. It really just boils down to these 3 pillars. First, you've got to know your numbers. That means a real budget, tracking where your money goes. Second, you need a clear why. What's the goal? That's what keeps you motivated. And third, you have to actively change your habits. You know, spend with intention and just stay away from that high interest debt that sucks your money dry. If there is one single golden rule you take away from all this, please let it be this one. Pay yourself first. This means you treat your savings like it's your most important bill. The second you get paid, a set amount automatically zips over to your savings account. You then learn to live on what's left. This one habit is, without a doubt, the most effective way to guarantee you save money consistently. So you did it. You hit that first big milestone. Maybe it's $500, maybe it's $1,000. That is a huge, huge win.
So now let's look beyond that first goal and figure out how to build on that incredible success. This timeline lays out the path forward perfectly. That first starter fund, that's your buffer. It stops you from going deeper into debt when a small emergency pops up. Once you have that, you can go on the attack against high-interest debt, like credit cards. And after that is dealt with, your focus shifts back to growing your emergency fund to a much bigger goal, 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses. That, my friends, is when you achieve true financial resilience. And that brings us to our final section, and it's a big one, the financial freedom debate. This is all about the ultimate quest for some people, but it's a concept that has its fair share of critics too. You've probably heard the acronym FIRE thrown around. It stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. The basic idea is to save and invest so aggressively that eventually your investments can pay for all your living expenses, letting you retire, decades ahead of everybody else. Now, this is where it gets really fascinating. On one hand, you have the promise, which is incredibly appealing, right? Freedom from the 9 to 5, the choice to work or not, getting your time back. But then you have the reality. Critics point out that for the average person, it's often an unrealistic goal that requires decades of extreme sacrifice. They argue it can even be a kind of mirage that's mostly promoted by people who already had a lot of money to begin with. And this quote from a community forum just nails the heart of that critique. Being a responsible saver, someone who's smart with their money, is one thing. But it's a giant leap to assume that saving is automatically going to turn you into a rentier. That's just a fancy word for someone who can live entirely off their investments. Maybe the real lesson from the FIRE movement isn't about retiring at 40. Maybe it's about being intentional with your life and your money, and that's a powerful lesson for anybody. So this leaves us with one final big question to think about. Is the real goal that grand, maybe even unattainable dream of complete financial freedom? Or is it something more immediate, more powerful, and way more achievable? The financial peace of mind that comes from just knowing you have a safety net, that you're in control, and that you're ready for whatever life decides to throw at you. Now that is a goal worth saving for.